Hello and welcome to Pre-Intermediate 1. My name is John and I will be working with you this month. This is Lesson 1. As this is our first lesson together, I would like to take just a little bit of time to introduce myself to you and tell you a few things about me. If you look at the screen in front of you, you can see one big yellow circle and four smaller blue circles. The yellow circle has my name in it, John. The small blue circles have some information about me. The information in these circles are the answers to some questions about me. Below the yellow and the blue circles, you can see that there are 4 questions. These 4 questions match the information in the blue circles. What I would like you to do is, in pairs, your teacher will now put you into pairs. I would like you to match the information in the blue circles with the question. So, for example, if we look at number 1 in the blue circle, England, I would like you to match that with one of the questions. Either A, where have you taught before? B, where are you from? C, what is your hometown? Or D, what are your hobbies? Obviously, the question that goes with the answer England is B, where are you from? So we can put 1 in the box next to the question B. In the pairs that your teacher has put you in, I would like you now to take just a few moments and match the rest of the information. 2, boxing and reading. 3, Japan and England. 4, London, with the questions A, where have you taught before? C, where is your hometown? And D, what are your hobbies? Well done! As we can see, looking at the boxes, the answer that goes with question B, where are you from, was, as we said, number 1. 2, my hobbies are boxing and reading. What are your hobbies? Number 2. Where have you taught before is the question that goes with number 3. I have taught in England, I have taught in Japan, and now I also teach in Malaysia. And C, what is your hometown, is the question for answer 4. Now that you know a little bit more about me, let's begin our work on the book. Please take your new student book and open it at page 6. To begin the course, we are going to take some time to have a look at some verb tenses. To begin with, please, let's look at the starter exercise at the top of page 6. In this exercise, we have a column on the left of questions, and on the right, we have some answers. Your teacher will now put you into pairs or into threes, and I would like you to match the answers from the column on the left with those in the column on the right. So, for example, if we look at the first question, where were you born? We can say that the answer is in Mexico. Please now, in your pairs, match the questions in the column on the left with the answers in the column in the right. Well done! As you can see, the answers are: where were you born? Matches with in Mexico. What do you do? Matches with I'm a teacher. Are you married? Matches with no, I'm single. Why are you learning English? Matches with because I need it for my job. When did you start learning English? Matches with a year ago. And how often do you have English classes? Matches with 3 times a week. Now please stay in the pairs that your teacher has put you into, and please ask each other the questions. So first one person ask your partner the same questions and then change over. Your teacher will listen to you and help you with any problems. Well done. Now let's move on to the next exercise. So let's do some work on tenses. The lady in the picture is a girl named Marija Kuzma. She is a student in Croatia in Europe. We're going to listen to her talking about her life. In the box that I have highlighted red, there are some words that will fit into the gaps in Marija's presentation. As we can see, number 1, hello, my name is Marija Kuzma, and the word that goes in the gap is come from Zagreb. What I would like you to do, please, is I would like you to listen to Marija speaking, and I would like you to write down the words you hear. Take the words from the box with the red highlight and put them in the correct place in the sentences. Here is Marija speaking now. Please listen carefully.
1.1 Marija Kuzma.
Hello, my name is Marija Kuzma and I come from Zagreb, the capital city of Croatia. I'm 20 and I'm studying medicine at the University of Zagreb. The course lasts 6 years and it's all in English. It's hard work, but I'm enjoying it a lot. I live at home with my mother, father and grandmother. I can speak 3 foreign languages: English, French and Italian. I speak Italian because my grandmother's from Italy and she always spoke to me in Italian when I was very young. I speak English because I went to an English-speaking high school. After I graduate, I'm going to work for Médecins Sans Frontières in West Africa because I want to travel and help people.
If you would like to hear the recording again, please do ask your teacher to play the tape again. When you have finished listening to the tape, please, with a partner, check your answers together. Well done. Now, let's have a look at the answers together. So, as we said, number 1 is I come from Zagreb, the capital city of Croatia. I'm 20 and number 2, I'm studying medicine at the University of Zagreb. Number 3, the course lasts 6 years and it's all in English. It's hard work, but number 4, I'm enjoying it a lot. Number 5, I live at home with my mother, father and grandmother. And number 6, I speak Italian. Number 7, she always speaks. Remember, in the present simple, when we have he, she, it, or a name, we have to have S on the end. I speak, she speaks. Number 8, I went to an English-speaking high school. And finally, number 9, I'm going to work for Médecins Sans Frontières in West Africa. So if we look at Marija's conversation, we can see that there are different examples of different verb tenses in the way she's speaking. She speaks in the past, the present, and she also talks about the future. Your teacher again will put you into pairs, or please work with the same partner you have been working with. I would like you to try and find examples of the present, past and future tenses in what Marija is saying. So, for example, if we look at number 1, we can see that it is in the present simple tense. Please now look at the other verbs in Marija's speech and decide whether they are past, present or future. Work with your partner, please. Well done. So let's have a look at the tenses. As we said, number 1, I come is the present simple. Number 2, I'm studying is of course present continuous. Number 3, lasts, of course present simple. And number 4, I'm enjoying, present continuous again. Number 5, again the present simple. Number 6, also present simple. Number 7, speaks, present simple tense again. And number 8, once again, a lot of present simple in this exercise. The last one, of course, we have to be a little bit careful with. It's not present continuous, even though it has to be and ing. It is, of course, the future I'm going to. So it's a future tense. Please check those tenses. Make sure you understand what we're looking at. Now that we've remembered what some of the tenses look like, let's move on and let's start looking at some question forms with the same tenses. Please turn the page to page 7. On page 7 we have a picture of a man named Jim Allen, and we're going to ask some questions and find a little bit about Jim. If we look at exercise 2 at the top of page 7, we can see there are some questions about Jim that have not been completed. What I would like you to do is working with your partner. Again, if you're not sure, your teacher can put you into partners. Please, what I'd like you to do is complete these questions. So if we look at number 1, we can see that we have to make a question using the present simple. We have come from are our 2 words that we use in the question. So, as we know, the question must be, where does he come from? If we look at number 2, we have live. Again, if we make a question using WH question words, then we know we have to use the present simple, and our question will become, where does he live? Working with your partners, please, I would like you to complete the questions 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. Okay, let's look at the answers together. Let's look at them together. So, number 2, where does he live? Using the present simple. Number 3, who does he live with? Again, present simple. Number 4, thinking about the past now, what did he do before he retired? Number 5, when did he leave school? Number 6, what is he studying? Number 7, how many children does he have? And number 8, what is he going to do next year? Please check that your answers in your book are the same as the answers on the screen. Okay, we're now going to listen to Jim talking and answering these questions. What I would like you to do, please, is I'd like you to listen to the recording of Jim talking about his life, and I'd like you to try and find the answers to these questions. Here comes the recording.
Tape script 1.2. Jim Allen.
Hello, my name's Jim Allen, and I come from the north of England, near Manchester. I live in a village just outside the city. I live alone now because my wife died 3 years ago. But I'm near my daughter and her family, so that's okay. Until last year, I worked in a paper factory, but now I'm retired. I never liked my job much, but now I'm really enjoying life. I'm a student again. I'm studying with the University of the Third Age. It helps retired people like me who want to study again, and it's really wonderful. You see, I left school when I was 15 and started work in the factory because we needed the money. Now I'm studying Spanish. I love it. My son lives in Spain with his Spanish wife. Next year, I'm going to visit them for 6 months, so I want my Spanish to be good.
If you need to hear the recording again, please do ask your teacher to play it for you. If you're finished listening to the recording, then please check your answers in your pairs. Let's look at the answers together. So let's look at the answers together. Where does Jim come from? He comes from the north of England, near Manchester. Number 2, where does he live? He lives in a village outside the city. Who does he live with? He lives alone. And what did he do before he retired? Number 4, he worked in a paper factory. When did he leave school? He left when he was 15. What is he studying? He's studying Spanish. How many children does he have? 2. He has a son and a daughter. What is he going to do next year? He's going to visit his son and his Spanish wife in Spain. Check your answers. Make sure that you have the same answers in your book as there are on the screen now. Okay, now please, working with your partner, please ask and answer the questions. So first one person in the pair asks the questions and one answers, and then change over, please. Well done. Let's move on to the next exercise. In exercise 3, we're again going to continue looking at new tenses or old tenses and making sure that we can use them in the question form. So again, we have a set of questions with gaps that we have to complete. So if we look at the first one, do a job, obviously the answer is in the present simple, do you have a job? If we look at the next one, just to check, which university to, obviously again this will be the present simple, and so it must be which university do you go to? In your pairs, please, what I would like you to do is I would like you to complete questions 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 and 6 to make sure that the question you're asking would give you the answer. So as we can see, number 1, do you have a job? The answer, no I don't. They match together. Number 2, which university do you go to? Matches with I don't go to university, I study at home. So again, please, your teacher has put you into some pairs, so please work together and complete the questions. Well done. Let's just check our answers by listening to Jim being interviewed, and listen carefully please to the tape and check the answers you have written down with your partner against what is said. Please listen carefully to the tape.
Script 1.3. 1.
Do you have a job?
No, I don't. I'm retired. I'm a student now.
2.
Which university do you go to?
I don't go to university. I study at home.
3.
Are you enjoying the course?
Yes, I am. It's wonderful.
4.
What are you doing at the moment?
I'm writing an essay about Don Quixote.
5.
Why did you leave school at 15?
Because my family was poor. We needed the money.
6.
Who are you going to visit next year?
My son and his wife. They live in Spain now.
If you're still not sure of the answers, please do ask your teacher to play the tape again. Please now, together with your partner, check your answers, make sure you have the same answers, and then we'll look at them together. Well done, nearly there. We'll look at the answers together now. Okay, let's look at the answers together. We can see number 2, as we said, which university do you go to? Number 3, are you enjoying the course? Present continuous. Number 4, what are you doing at the moment? 5, why did you? Past tense, why did you leave school at 15? And again, number 6, our future comes back. Who are you going to visit next year? Okay, so if we look at the answers together, like we said, number 2, which university do you go to? Number 3, present continuous, are you enjoying the course? And number 4, what are you doing at the moment? Number 5, why did, past simple, past tense, why did you leave school at 15? And number 6, our future tense again. Who are you going to visit next year? And just finally, to finish off today's lesson, the last work we'll do today, well done for getting this far. We'll just finish off lesson 1 today by looking very quickly at our grammar spot. I think should be fairly easy, but we'll just make sure we're happy. If we look please at number 2 in the grammar spot, we can see now in number 2 where I've highlighted 2 different sentences with 2 different sentences, with different tenses. The yellow, of course, she lives with her parents, is a present simple tense. The red highlighter is of course a sentence using the present continuous tense. These are of course tenses that we've studied before in elementary 3 and 4 and all the way through in fact our English learning, but let's just make sure we're very happy with when we use them. The present simple tense, as you know, is a tense that we use when something is true and will continue to be true for a long time. We know that she lives with her parents is something that is true, and it's likely that she will live with her parents for quite some time to come. So the present simple we use for things that are true and things that will be true for a long time to come. The next sentence, she's living with an English family for a moment, is slightly different to the present simple in that it's not something that is likely to be true for a long time, but it's more important that we know it is happening exactly now. It's important then that we know that when we are using the present continuous, we are talking about something that is happening exactly now. For example, at the moment, present continuous, I am talking to you. You are sitting down and you are studying. This is happening now. If we look again at the present simple, I am, present simple, a teacher. This is true, just like you are students. It's something that is true and that will be true for a long time. The next thing I would like to look at in the grammar box, the grammar spot, is number 3. Just some quick revision of some question words to make sure that we're very happy with the question word. I have drawn a line around the box in exercise 3. What I would like you to do is to practice your question words just by matching them together. So we can see the first one, what, matches with a sandwich. The next one, who, must match with a person, and the only person's name we have there is, of course, Jack. Once again, working together please with your partner, I would like you to just take a few moments and match the question words on the left side with the answers on the right side. What with a sandwich, who goes with Jack. Please now look at where, when, why, how many, how much, how, whose, and which. Well done. Now, let's have a look at the answers together. Well done. Just to make it easier to look at, I have written the question words next to the answers, so let's very quickly go through them. Because I wanted to, obviously when we have a sentence that begins with because, the question is usually why. Last night, fairly easy, when. $5, how much. A sandwich, we already said earlier, was what. By bus, how, when we want to know how somebody got somewhere. In New York, a place, usually where. Like we said before, Jack is a person, so we use who. The black one, when we're trying to decide which object we're looking at, we use which. It's mine, whose, possessive. And finally, how many, the number 4. Well done. Please make sure that your answers in your book are the same as the answers on the screen. When you have checked your answers and you are happy with your answers, please close your student book. Thank you very much. Of course, it's very important that when we've done some studying, we go home and we practice it again. So today there will be some homework. Please find your workbook. Please turn to page 5 in your workbook. Okay. For homework tonight, please, I would like you to do the following exercises. Please, for homework tonight, I would like you to look at the highlighted exercises. Exercise 2, 4, and 5, please. In exercise 2, you must look at the sentences and decide which form of the verb is correct. In exercise 4, you must write questions that go with the answers. And in exercise 5, you must again write questions using your tenses. That is all for today. Thank you very much. I hope you've enjoyed the lesson, and I'm looking forward to seeing you again next lesson. Thank you very much. Have a very good day.